Welcome to another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. Offer of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. What it is, man. It's going down, baby. You know what it is. Like the video, share the video, and all that good stuff, man. It's going down. You know what it is. You know what it is, man. What up? What up? What up? Mark Parker. Smash the like button, share the video, and we gonna talk about it. We got to talk about it. We gotta talk about it. What up, Walter? That's really who you are, who you is. If I'm not mistaken, it's Walter. Why is it that these women think they are better than these types of men? Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm gonna get into that in couple, 5-10 minutes. But this is something that I've been hearing this since I was growing up, basically. You know, and it's been this way since it was like this way when my parents were growing up. It was like this. No, this is not a new. This is not something new. This has been going on for at least 100 years now. At least 100 years. Um, it really stems from slavery. Really, the mindset really stems from slavery. But back then they didn't really have universities back then like that. You know, so but it goes way back, man. But I saw this when I was growing up as a kid, where it's like you think you better than me just because you went to USC or just because you got a job where you like hanging around white folks. It's that type of deal. What up, Pierre? That thing there, puss, get better for some reason. you, you crazy. I think options have a lot to do with it until they hit the wall. Yeah, yeah. People tend to act based on their situations too. So that's a good point, Pierre. Like, if you ever notice, a lot of women when they get older, maybe they pick up some weight, maybe they're not in the best health. They tend to change a little bit. They're not getting those looks. They're not really focused on catching as much as they used to. So a lot of it's based on circumstance, options, you know. So it does happen like that. some women, they don't look as good as they used to look when they were younger. They're not getting that attention as much as they get when they were younger. So circumstance do play a part. New York City in the house. Good evening, child. Your title on this video is spot on. They get scared as hell being single and old. Oh yeah, man, that's a woman's. I'm gonna say most women. That's their biggest fear is to be old and lonely and die slow alone. Oh man, woo. That's a lot of women won't admit to that. Well, that's a big fear that they have. They don't want to. They don't want to live their whole life, be old, lonely, and no kids and no man and no family. Oh, well, some women will say that's failure, and I tend to agree. I tend to agree with them. You did fail. You're a failure. Bitch, you failed. If a woman makes 150K and meets a man making the same, she looks down on him too. Yeah, if unfortunately we live in a capitalistic society, and if a woman makes more money than you, um, she's gonna feel a certain type of way. Unless you're a dominant male. There's always exception to the rule. But for the most part, if she can't help elevate you, financially speaking, after a while, in most cases, the disrespect is going to come in slowly but surely. I'm not saying that's right, but that's usually how it goes. Smash the like button. That's usually how that go. You know. Salute to you, Pierre. Aerocentric world creates these types of women. No doubt, Mark. That's a good point. The environment creates these monsters. Look at the president. He's a monster. Look at Joe Biden. He's a monster. The environment creates these monsters. You know, the environment influences how people act, behave, all that stuff comes into play. The same women will tell young girls they don't need no man. Yep, those are the ones. They tell women they don't need a man because they're making enough money or they can find a way to get some money. To me, that's not enough reason why you should tell a woman she don't need a man. Just because you got some money or you got a good paying job, bitch, all you got is a job. That can be taken away from you overnight. So who are you when the job is gone? You know, the job is a part of you. That's your livelihood. Okay. You get to lay up with the boss at work. He makes you feel special. Okay. That's why you better than me. Okay. You can take that. I can't compete with the boss at work. I don't want to. You know, but if you put that amount of stock in your job like that, hey, you can have it. Salute to you. I'm gone. Shit. Because the boss, he's playing you, but you're too stupid enough to figure it out in most cases. You think you're gonna move up the damn the totem pole at work. It ain't gonna happen in most cases. And if you do get up there, it ain't gonna be what you thought it was gonna be in the first place. So you're still getting played. The only way you don't get played is if you do something outside the job. Because if you do something else, if you have skills, nobody can take that away from you. But if your skills is dependent upon what happens at work, you have nothing. That can be taken away from you like tomorrow. They can call you at home and be like, hey, I hate to break this to you, but hey, we laying you off. Just like that. It can happen just like that. And what you gonna do? How much money you got saved? How much assets and resources you got? How long can you go without getting that paycheck? For the most women that I know, they living paycheck to paycheck. What you gonna do when you ain't getting that paycheck no more? Oh, I'll file for unemployment. Okay, that money ain't what, $200-300, $400. Most state the max is what, little over 300. Most states that's the max. You say you're independent. Say you don't need nobody. So how do your education equate to your standard of living when shit get real out here? This just don't make no sense. Everything is based on how you feel. You get all emotional and you start hanging around different people. You go to college and you come back home during the summer. You start acting funny style, like, "Hey, y'all ain't living right. Y'all need to get your shit together." That type of talk. Everybody got somebody in their family that's like that. Everyone has somebody in their family that talks like that. They went to college, they came back, it was like a different person. Like, like what's going on with cuz? What's going on with my sister? Your sister done got she was laying up with all kind of men in college. She came back home. She thought she was living the life. Got a dog and everything. she started hanging out. She started hanging out with Kelly. Started hanging out with Kelly and Nathan in college. Now she thinks she better than all y'all, including your parents. You know, I'm telling you, boy. It happens that way, man, a lot. Oh yeah, hit the Cash App. My Cash App is $ sharp game ATL. I just put the link in there a while ago. What up, Native East? Nah, you're not late. I've been here like 15 minutes. Capitalism has helped and caused problems at the same time. Yeah, people take capitalism out of context. Capitalism, some people is exploiting people. That's capitalism to some people. Exploitation and capitalism, that's two different things. There's a lot of cutthroat people out here. I agree with you on that point. I just say most women are confused as hell and don't know it. Yeah, most of them are confused. They get too goddamn emotional about every goddamn thing. That's the problem. And they get taken advantage of. But you can't tell a lot of them because they think, it's a new experience for most women when they get in that workforce or when they go to college. So if it feels good, man, it must be the right thing to do. And that's a mistake. Everything ain't supposed to feel good all the time. And we've a lot of us have low self-esteem. We see there's this assumption out here that if you laid up with a bunch of women from these other cultures, somehow you all right. You doing all right. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard, man. I mean, what about the money? I mean, how your funds doing? They don't even mention that. They just think if they laid up with a bunch of women, they living the life. I'm like, no, bro, you got to do better than that. No, that's the bar is low out here, man. You hitting all the talking points I have with these women on Plenty of Fish. I have been on Plenty of Fish in a long time. How is it now? How is Plenty of Fish now, Nubian Black? If everything shut down, they'll submit. Well, a lot of them did submit during when the pandemic first popped off in March. At least March where I'm at anyway. Men argue to reason, women argue to win. Well, I don't I don't be doing no arguing. I say what I say, and either you in or you out. That's it. I ain't got time for all that arguing with nobody. Argue for what? You can't win an argument. Shit. What we doing? You staying or leaving? Which one is it? Get in the car. Hey, I saw a dude do that the other day, man. He said, "Look, you staying or leaving? If so, get in the car." That's what I'm talking about, man. You ain't gotta get all loud and make a scene. Just ask her if she's staying or leaving. That's it. Simple as that. Really. Plenty of flakes. Yeah, it's always gonna be a bunch of flakes. Oh, you're in London. You're from the UK. You're from the UK. Damn. Hey, yeah, I gotta get over there, man. I ain't never been to London. I need to get over there to London. I mean, it's not necessarily London, but it's in the UK. I want to visit over there. Hey, what's the woman like in? They got them snow bunnies over there. A lot of white women over there. Plenty of fish is more like plenty of big girls. They got them big girls on there now. Where them big girls at? Where them big girls at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they? Can't run from them big girls. Where them big girls at? Where them big girls at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? That's what P said. Plenty of fat. Yeah, that's usually how that's how it is going now. If a man argue with a woman, she wins. Yeah, pretty much. It makes her feel good. It boosts her self esteem. She feels like it stroke her ego. They be the same most places. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just gotta I just want to visit over there for like, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 days, something like that. Or probably just leave Thursday and come back Sunday, something like that, like a weekend. Mississippi in the house. What's going down, man? Smash the like button. Share the video. Yeah, it's like, man, I think a lot of times, a lot of women have like, you know, low self image of themselves, and as soon as somebody stroke their ego and manipulate them, they'll take that same energy back home or around people that they spend most of the time with, because they get off on that shit. But they don't. I wish you could follow your woman, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever she is to you. I wish you could follow her around with a camera at work, with audio camera at work. I wish every man could see how they woman gets down at work. Your woman be kissing ass in there. Then I'm telling you, women in these jobs are the biggest butt kisses I've ever seen. I'm not saying all women, boy, but the majority. Woo! Oh, they're very submissive at work. They're kissing butt like you like never seen before. And when she come home, that's why she's all tired when she come home. It ain't the work; it's that butt kissing. That's why she all tired and drained. That's the truth, man. That's the truth, man. I hate when a man say you don't want to die alone. Man, you gonna die alone. You came in the world by yourself. You gonna leave by yourself. What they talking about when they say that? If you came in the world by yourself, you gonna leave by yourself. You ain't taking nobody with you. Your kids ain't coming with you. Your money ain't coming with you. Your investments ain't coming with you. Your job ain't coming with you. Your cars ain't coming with you. Nothing coming with you. You leave. You came in the world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. That's reality. Anything else, it's just delusional talk. They celebrate single motherhood over here. Oh, for real? They I'm not gonna say they celebrate single motherhood, but it's accepted over here. Single motherhood is like a term of endearment to these women, bragging rights. Yeah, it's kind of accepted now. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. It was shameful. When I was growing up, it was shameful if you had kids and you weren't married. That was shameful. Women would shame you and make you feel bad. But that started to change in the late 90s. That started to change a little bit. As a matter of fact, most women that were single with kids, they were side chicks. Most women that were single with kids, they were side chicks, bro. Especially when my parents were growing up in the 50s and 60s, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Everybody knew who the side chick was. In the 80s, too. Everybody knew who the side chick was in the neighborhood. Because that woman had kids. She ain't never been married. No, she's a side chick. And it wasn't no discussion either. There wasn't no discussion. It wasn't like, hey, your mama's a hoe. No, nobody said anything like that. He already knew his mama was a side chick. So it wasn't no discussion. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. Until the late 90s, man, that's when that thing kind of started changing real fast. And I kind of saw it coming when I got out of high school, like 92, 93. It started a shift. But late 90s is when that thing really took off. Because, see, by that time, there was a lot of foreigners over here. A lot of them damn foreigners that came over here kicked that shit off, too. A lot of white women helped push the shit. White dudes and white women, they helped push the shit. And a lot of them damn foreigners that came over here from these other African countries, they started having, they were laying up with all type of damn man. A lot of people don't like saying that, but that's the truth. Shit. I'll say it. Feminism, yeah. Yeah, a lot of white women will play the black women, put them out in front, and reap all the benefits, and she'll go back home to her husband and kids. And you go and you as a black woman, you go back home to your empty house. You ain't got nobody in there. Shit. How stupid can you get, man? Come on. We gotta do better than that, man. And it's still happening to this day. Come on, man. We still falling for the same old bullshit. 40 years ago. There's no shame today. That's part of the problem. You need some type of shame. Back in the day, if a girl got pregnant, the parents would hide her and send her off. Yeah, they would send her down south. That's how that happened. If the girl got pregnant. What up, Reynolds Design? Japan style. A single woman with kids are creating a potential problem for the black neighborhood. When there isn't a father present, a woman can't be a father to her son. No, she can't. It's impossible. Those kids, if the dad ain't around as much as he need to be, 9 times out of 10, most of those kids can grow up to be failures. That's usually how it happens. Now there's some kids that beat the odds, but that ain't average. That ain't common. Man, some kids that grew up without the dad wasn't around, or even the mom wasn't around as much as they should have because they were got on the drugs and got on the alcohol, and it took them a long time to recover and get over that stuff and deal with it. Took years, man. You need that balance between your mom and your dad. And a lot of kids feel neglected. And even sometimes, even if you have two parents in the house, the kids still feel neglected. So we ain't home even when we home. We ain't home. Damn. Because a lot of parents ain't really talking to the kids. They ain't really giving them no damn game. So even if I know some people had both parents living in the household, but still didn't get no game. I'm like, damn, you still can't win, bro. Because your parents were bad role models. And that's unfortunate. You know, it happens. They don't get them game, but they get them a PlayStation. I know, right? That's cold, man. And go play this PlayStation and get away from me, boy. It's a cold game, man. It's cold. It's a cold game. God damn. It's a cold game, man. But that's how it is, man. You know, it happens that way, especially today. Man, there's some parents out here now, boy. I'd be like, man, I'm happy you ain't my mama. Ooh, that bitch is horrible, man. And I don't I know it don't sound good, man, but I know a bunch of women that's like that. I'd be like, I'm happy you wasn't my mom growing up. Ooh, horrible. The women today, a lot of women today, that they don't really care about family today. That's another thing that people don't like talking about. That's the truth. The average woman walking around today, they don't really care about no family. Now, maybe the guy care about the family, and that's probably the only reason she's still around because the guy cares about the family. She don't. That's the truth. Guys, as a guy, we have a lot of pride when it comes to family and raising our kids. But women don't really see it like that. No, women thinking about living a lifestyle. I'm like, what lifestyle are you talking about? Bitch, you take out the trash like 8 hours out of the day, 5 days a week. What you talking about? What lifestyle are you talking about? You work a 9 to 5 job. You take out the trash at work and dust 8 hours of the day. What do we what do we do? What are you talking about? They don't even sound right. You can't have no lifestyle if you working a 9 to 5 job and you barely just getting by. You shouldn't even be talking like that. You should be trying to empower yourself in the family and make things better for the next generation so they won't have to deal with what you're dealing with at work, kissing butt. But a lot of women, a lot of people don't see it that way. They selfish. They highlight the children who came out of single parenthood by getting a good job as a sign. It is not necessarily to have a father in the house. I don't agree. Yeah, they do that all the time. They take a few exceptions to the rule and they put them on a pedestal and they be like, see, look at where he came from and look at him now. I'm like, man, shut up. And then they try to make the other kids feel stupid, like something's wrong with them. Look, he did it. He's from the hood. If he can do it, why not you? What's your excuse? Come on, knock it off, man. They've been doing that. Yeah, I've been seeing that for over 20 years now. They'll make a video about it and play it at work. Keep looping it over and over again for 8 hours. So all the black people come in there and they'll be like, "Oh, that's nice." And now, see when the white people see the video, oh, that makes them feel good because they'll be like, as long as you're struggling, I'm not that bad off, as I thought I was. It's that shit is deep in their psyche, boy. Yeah, smash the like button and call up if you got any questions. 800-315-8203. Call up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The music is the fatherless kid's dad. Yeah, and that ain't a good. The music today is not a good representation. You listen to this shit, boy, you might be jumping over a cliff. All they do is talk about using drugs and getting high all the damn time. you know, you can't listen to this shit today and follow the advice in the music today. Shit. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, man. Yeah, call up 800-315-8203. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, we live in a different time today. I just came across your channel tonight. I was subscribed. Great topic. You just saw my channel tonight? Damn. All right, bro. Hold it down out there, man. Out in the UK. There's a couple of people that follow me in the UK, man. Hey, what time is out there in the UK? Oh, P.S. And by the way, I'm going to start a podcast next week, so I'll let you know when that goes down. Next week, I'm going to start a podcast. I had one before. It's like a couple years ago, but I stopped doing it because of at the time I didn't think a lot of people was listening. That's the crazy thing. Until I started telling people how many listens, how many downloads I had in like 3 months, and it was like, oh, for real? I didn't have that in 3 months. I'm like, oh shit, I thought I was doing bad. Yeah, I thought I was like wasting my time with that thing. I was getting a bunch of downloads. I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, I didn't know. People were sending me emails saying, yo, what's up with the podcast, bro? And this was like 4 months after I stopped. I said, hey man, I didn't know. But I didn't have no at the time I had so much going on. so I couldn't make the commitment, to keep going. So, but this time, I bought the equipment and everything, so I got to do it. I can't I can't quit now. If if I start, I got to finish. You know, three it was 320 in England. Shannon was weak, begging for funds, thumbs down. Hey man, kick rocks. You don't have to be here, bro. RL win, you know. And who's begging for something? I haven't begged for anything in like years. So hey, kick rocks, bro. You don't gotta be here. I beg nobody to be here. I beg nobody to be around me. So hey, I respect your opinion, and hey, if you don't like it, kick rocks. Peace. Have a nice life. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, man. A lot of trolls. A lot of people have their opinions. People have their opinions about stuff I say, stuff that I do. Okay, yeah, you know, cool. And I'd be like, hey, let me see what you do. Let me see what you're doing. What's your life like? And then they have nothing to say. I've learned over the years people that have a lot of opinions about people, they usually aren't doing much, if anything at all. They aren't really helping or impacting um anybody. It's selfish. Does your military status get you special privileges and getting jobs? Just asking, as I've seen many jobs advertising at one. Um, I would say sometimes, Reynolds. It just um depends on the job that I'm trying to get. Um Now at Reynolds, it could go the opposite way too now. It could be a negative sometimes too. So it just depends. There's some jobs want veterans or military personnel. And you have some jobs they don't want military personnel or veterans around at all. So it just depends. Just depends, Reynolds. You see a lot of these spots in Japan or in America posted up. It just depends, man. I would say most of the time it doesn't help most of the time, but it when I got out, it helped a lot when I first got out. But it seems like the longer I've been out, it doesn't even make a difference. I don't even sometimes I don't even tell people I'm ex-military. I don't even mention it because I don't really think it matters in most cases. You know what I mean? Security is good for vets. Security clearance is a great benefit from joining the military. Yeah, I had a security job before, but I never had a security clearance though. A lot of ladies I talked have degree shit don't mean anything to me. She fit, femme, honest, corporate, loyal, committed, good looking, Meg. 5 figures. She cool with me. That's cool, man. such as GM or Ford R&D in Detroit. Oh well, I've never been to Detroit, so probably so. You know, Detroit. Well, Detroit is like a blue collar town, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I in a town like that, it probably wouldn't make a difference. But I know certain towns, um, they're looking for military people, veterans. I know that for a fact. And then you have certain towns that ain't necessarily the case. So it really depends on where you at, where the job's located and everything, and the company, you know. But I know in Japan, um, most of those guys get the jobs on base because they used to be in the military. I know that for a fact. Or on top of that, they know somebody that already have a job on base, and they'll be like, "Yo, plug me in there, bro." And then plus they have a passport anyway, so those things help, you know. So it really depends on the company, you know. But a lot of these companies in the private sector, like these tech companies, that military shit don't. They don't want none of that. No, no, not at all. uh, that's how it is. You know, everybody's not really looking for veterans like that. Working for the DOD, Department of Defense, is amazing. My ex is a GS-11. It's like she's a civilian with military benefits. Yeah, my cousin got a job with the Department of Defense. She got it. She as soon as now I don't think she was ever in the military. Her husband was in the military. Yeah. But as soon as her husband got out the military, she got the job. And Huntsville, Georgia. Vital ladies with associate, the PH thing better than blue collar male or males. Because they start hanging around a different circle of people. And that's what it really boils down to, really. Who they hanging around? You got to ask that question. It's like this. Let's say you haven't seen a woman for a year. You talk to her on the phone every once in a while, and you be like, "Hey, I ain't seen you in like a year. I'm gonna come check you out one weekend." And 2 months go by, and you hit her up again, and you be like, "Yo, I'm coming to see you this weekend." She be like, "All right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Whatever." And you go see her, and she's acting funny style. But she wasn't acting funny style on the telephone though. And then you kind of like, yo, wait a minute. How come you didn't tell me to just stay home if you gonna act funny style like that? You go, y'all, you meet up with her. She's acting standoffish, but she never done that before though. That's the first time she's been like that. You be like, hey, let's go to this place. She's like, uh, let's go to this other place. Whatever. And then you be like, hey, I'm gonna drop. I need to drop my. Let's go by your house and drop my bag off. She'll be like, she'll act like she don't want you to come over. Now she didn't tell you. She could have told you to stay home. She didn't say. She got other plans. And then so it's getting dark now. It's dark now. So you say, hey, I'm I'm supposed to be staying with you tonight. I came down here to see you. She's like, well, what? Wait a minute. Now I didn't know you was gonna stay with me tonight. Now wait a minute. Now I'm like, what? I drove 6 hours here. I told you I was gonna drive down here to see you. She said, well, every time you come down here, you always go by and see your friends and your cousins and this and that. I didn't say that. She just had other plans. That's all. Yo,
Yo, Chuck, this is Adam from New York City.
what's going down?
Yeah, Adam, your statement. That shoe what you're saying with the high education and the third acting funny stuff. Because I had been through this years ago.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I was talking to this girl. I was talking to her online. We started getting to know each other. 2 months we met up. Like a certain period of time, like later on, like once we started talking to each other, we were talking to each other like every day, talking to each other. She hit me with like she went ghost on me, right? It's when I started to get to know her and stuff, like when I went to school, way before she went ghost on me. She was like, oh yeah, like it's cool, we'll come back to my school because I was going to see her on down Sunday. I said, I'm coming to your school on down Sunday. She said, no, don't come. She said, don't come because I make you busy. And later on, she was there. She said, why you didn't come? I'm like, Mama, like, you told me not to come to go to the school to see you. She didn't say that.
Yeah. Maybe it could be, maybe she had, obviously she had other plans. Maybe she might have got a call or a text, at some point in time. Maybe she got a call or text before you even came hooked up with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You just never know.
yeah, and I had to, because the first time I went to go see her state, I took off for work, and I was going to take off for work again, because that's the day I was working, Sunday. It was a Sunday. And then she was like, you should have came to my school like 5 in the morning. I'm like, my mom, like, I got to go to work. I'm not going to play these games you know and you don't know. You know, or I'm not going to come upstairs. I got to work.
Yeah. Yeah, she just had other plans, that's all. But why not? I just think she should have just said what it was before you came, or before you even thought about getting up with her. But you know why she didn't do it? Because she probably didn't had nothing to do.
Yeah, and I realized certain females there head up a thing when they don't got them to do the other two kids to plan, or they want a female, or they want to.
Yeah, well, she ain't got nothing to do, and what it is, if the guy you know that called her, that's the guy who she really wanted to be with, right? And he probably was the local guy. He stayed close. You know what I'm saying? You probably stay How far you stayed from her? It was a.
Oh no. She lived in Brooklyn. The thing is with her, she had a boyfriend. I figured she had a boyfriend during the time I was talking to her because when I went to her school upstate, it was a dude named Richie or Richard that called her phone. I said, your phone is ringing. She said, don't worry about it. And I called a person later. That made me act suspicious because I'm like, my mom, like,
Yeah.
you didn't pick up a phone of a dude, like, I'm right here, and I think that dude called because I just was looking, just chilling in her dorm room that she was a speaker. This is the girl I knew online.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking at her like, she asked me where the phone, but later on, I felt that she got a boyfriend. She said, how do you know I got a boyfriend? I said, I felt it in my gut. And I said, you don't have to lie to respect my feelings. So the older guy taught me this. He said, tell her, you know, you don't have to lie to respect my feelings. He taught me that line. I used that against her. And then she told me she got a boyfriend.
But shit,
And then I found out later on.
she probably, I don't know, man. She probably wanted to hit. You just never know, bro.
No. I could have 24 times, shot king. 24 times I could have.
Oh, okay.
The signs and the body language. I played games.
Oh, okay. That's shit.
Because you right about her friends and stuff. Because she had a lot of Caucasian friends. She told me you was right about that.
Yeah. See.
Friends, they act different.
Yeah. See, they get manipulated at work. They get manipulated once they start hanging around these other groups of people from these other different cultures. I'm like, look, they ain't really down with you like that. I mean, come on, man. You're not stupid.
And she went to all, like, it was mainly white girls, like white people school in upstate. And mind you, this girl is not, she's Americanized because she lived here, but she wasn't born in America. She got brainwashed by the American society.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I'd be like, look, man, they're not really down with you like that. You might be all right, you the token. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. I've been the token many times myself. But as soon as you start talking about something or doing something they don't like, you out of there. You're gonna go from the good old fella to the monster.
And the thing that's so crazy, I'm laughing with the thing because this girl, like, she'll keep, like, when she goes to certain things, she'll try to use me for emotional tampon and, like, stuff. Like, emotional tampon and attention. But when she finally, like, ended with her boyfriend, she told me something, like, she was going to be getting serious with you. So I didn't take her seriously because she kept playing games. I just looked at her like, you really going to expect me to take you seriously as you trying to cheat on me with your boyfriend? Or you didn't like what he did since you tell me about it. Like, I'm looking at her like, I'm not your boyfriend. We're not your friend. You called me a friend, but I never said you were friend.
Yeah.
You should have just stayed with that dude. Like, she kept, like, hitting me up, calling me all this. Instead of, I even told her one time, talk to your boyfriend about this. Don't talk to me about it. That's your boyfriend. Talk to him about it.
Yeah. And
like, I was dealing with a girl while she called me.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you one of the biggest problems with New York City. There's just socially speaking now, there's like a kind of like I guess you can call it kind of like a myth where it's like, there's a lot of different people that live in New York. You already know this. But somehow people think just because it's quote quote diverse that somehow it's cool, man. Hey, man, all these different people from all over the world, man. Hey, we get along, man. Bullshit.
No, it's not. What you're saying is 100% true. Because I go to the Chinese restaurant, or when I used to go to like gaming shops and stuff, the Asian people be talking about me and my friends are talking about me, and my friend understand that because he used to speak Chinese, like the language they speak. He's like they talking about it.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is true. You're saying 100% true. If people start to realize, like, being a person that's of dark skin tone and melatonin, a lot of people don't like it. They act like they like us, like they cut throat and they play games. Even in New York, I see this.
Yeah.
But when shit hits the fan, they know where to be found. Something not there, they either lend you a hand, help you out, or when the cops come around, they go.
Yeah.
They not defending you, period. They turning that card.
Exactly.
Card, whatever.
Yeah. I'll be like, look, man, That shit is the worst. I said, I told her, I know
Oh,
that. I told him, my man, the difference between being up north and being down south. Being down south, we already know what it is. We ain't confused about nothing. There ain't no
being
damn,
up north is crazy.
ain't no damn. Uh, they'll say stuff like, "Oh, it's diverse." Man, ain't nothing diverse up there. What are you talking about? Just because you can go to the restaurant where in Manhattan where everybody sit down at the table and go to the club together, ain't nothing diverse about that. I mean, diverse. That's share them resources. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, because that's true. Asian people in New York City, they only hire Asian people, they people. You barely see no black person at Chinese restaurant. The
Yeah,
Indian store that I go to, like, you don't see them, like you said, sharing their resources. Like, it's certain parts of New York City, like, people that's from, like, Africa and stuff, in Manhattan, where I live at, they do have, like, their family and their friends that speak the native language. They in a group, like
yeah,
Harlem and stuff. But certain
yeah,
parts of Manhattan, the Asian people is only with the Asians, the Caucasians with the Caucasians, the Indians with the Indians.
yeah. It's
People gotta
segregated.
stop, see and look, because I walk on the street, even before this, I walk on the street, even Asian, certain Asian girls see a black guy.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
want to get
like,
too close to them.
and then people will be like, yo, because they'll say it said, well, Donald Trump, he can't be racist because he's from Queens. He said all type of different people from Queens. I'm like, who cares? That doesn't matter. And people live around each other forever. They never know their neighbor.
And that's true, because I don't know my neighbors. I say hello to them, but mainly the people I encounter, like in relationships or friends, is Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, or people from the islands, Caribbeans, like their family background. I don't have Caucasian friends, Indian friends, and none of them, because some of them are scared of me. They're hard to get along. Some of them are racist. Some of them have, like, I ain't gonna lie, a weird smell to them. And some of them may not like me because the skin color I am, or I'm black.
Yeah. The only reason that they there because they have to be there. I said, look, if they let me tell you, I said, look, if they could move to Manhattan, they would.
Manhattan is mad money, though. People don't tell people about Manhattan because I'm doing stuff to my friend. I was gonna tell my coworker because he's like a high successful guy, like he's a pro tennis player, ex-pro tennis player. He wants me to look for apartments for him. He ain't saying I'm just doing this for the kindness of my heart. He's looking for apartments in Manhattan. I'm telling people, living in Manhattan, they want your great grandmother's social security number on your
Yeah.
whole body part.
It's hard.
Manhattan's not cheap.
It's hard to get apartments in some of these damn places. They act like you what they act like you about to sign your damn life away with this damn lease.
Even apartments are cheap now. You still have to make a lot of money. You gotta be lucky or grateful to get in these apartments now.
Yeah,
People understand
and
that.
then they'll try to find a way to disqualify you because you ain't the same religion as them and all this nonsense. Man, get up out of here.
Oh, yeah. To switch it back to that subject with that girl, when I first met her, she was like, because I met her mother and stuff, I didn't want to meet her mother, aunt, excuse me. She said, you got to be intelligent and smart to meet them. I'm looking at her like, I'm already intelligent and smart. Like, this
These
is the girl
damn
I met on
people,
time.
these damn people ain't intelligent. They ain't that smart. Most of them ain't.
Nah, are you right? They
I
don't
went
know
to
what they
school.
want. It's a whole bunch of chaos.
I went to school. I went to a big university. I went to USC, man. And I worked a bunch of
Oh, I heard that too.
and, and I worked a bunch of the corporate jobs. Most of these damn people ain't smart, man. Just
Even my
doing
sister said it.
they just doing enough to get
A dummy
over.
getting in college.
Huh?
Even a dummy like George Bird, even my sister said anybody could get to college or a dummy could get into college.
Yeah. You don't gotta be smart to go to these big universities, man. Now they make it hard for us to go there, but they don't make it hard for them to go there.
Because they got connections, they go in with a silver spoon, they pay their way into there, they do certain things for a piece of change.
Yeah, that
They services in the code.
you remember that when that story came out like what 2 years ago now? How them damn kids pay their way into college and stuff like that. I heard about
about
that.
it.
I heard about that shit in the 90s. But that shit was like
Dude,
normal. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, you got it going on, bro. Yeah, I ain't got it like that.
you
Cause
know
he,
what's the funniest thing? Since you brought up college, I didn't want to go into college because I took breaks off of college for what, right? Well, college, I always take breaks off of college because I don't like school. I just love to learn. When school got cheap, they said if you make less than 125,000, less than 100,000, they'll pay for your all the way up to your bachelor's. That's why I decided I'm like maybe I should go back to school because I was not management. But I always waited to go back to school. I never liked the school. Period. Never.
yeah, I mean, because and reason why you probably didn't like it because of them damn teachers. Shit.
Now I had good teachers, but it's like school to me was boring. Like I feel like I wasn't like
Yeah,
being my authentic self.
because you didn't like the shit. If you don't like something, it's gonna be bored. And some of these teachers are bored too. They don't help. They make it worse.
True.
Of course you ain't gonna like it. That's the problem with most kids that go to school. It was like that when I was in there, and it's still like that to this day. But but here, but here's the problem is a lot of parents want to blame the kids for every goddamn thing. They be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that is true.
you just lazy. You don't like to study." Man, knock it off. They blame the kids, and this is the only country that does that. They blame the kids for everything. They be like, "Oh, you
And
dumb.
that's true.
You don't like to study. You don't know how to act." I'm like, you blame the kids for everything. I say you're a horrible parent.
Yeah, even in college, when I went in college, I asked the professor because I took accounting class twice. I said, the stuff we learn in this class, is it going to go out to the real world? Because I asked questions, like you said. I've been with a person that asked questions. He said, no, we're not going to learn, take this out in the real world. So what's the point of paying for these books, wasting money on tuition or time on tuition, and we're not going to take this out to the real world?
It's a big look. College is the biggest scam ever.
Nah, I believe that too.
It's the biggest scam
100%.
ever. I'm like, this is. I mean, and then you get and when you graduate. I mean,
It's like if you get a job or your career.
most people don't. It's like it's crazy, man. Yeah,
I
it's
tell
crazy.
my sister that all the time. I say, if you don't network, you're not gonna get the job you're gonna get.
Yeah,
She said certain people got the job that
yeah,
they didn't network, they just got it. But that's rare. That is very rare.
yeah, that is real. Yeah, that's another thing. See, when I went to college, I I realized that these fools ain't smarter. That they ain't smarter than me. They just grew up. They grew up in a certain type of family in a different type of environment, and they knew people. And I was like, oh, they just basically networking they way up. And so by the time they graduate, they, they're gonna get the job they want. And then they had a lot of women and they campaigning for the husband that or the guy they want to be with. So I said, this thing ain't really about education as much as I thought. But see, nobody tells you that shit though. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's true. And that's why there's a certain guy on YouTube I watch. He tried to get the black woman and man together. Like the women gotta stop using their education, their PhD, and their money to be that's gonna oppress a man. He even said it. That's why I use the word feminist and cooperation. I got that from him. And he says sex sandwich silence. Like he just said the girl gets a bachelor's degree, and if you want a high value man, that's what he uses a lot. A high value man, you have to be a certain age. You gotta have to not have one kid or no kids. He said 0 kids, and you have to be a young age. And he said get married within a certain period of time for the females, because these females talk about they're gonna get higher education. Then when they get older, he said by a certain age, like 27 to like 35, is danger zone. Like as in 35, after 35, scientifically proven, the woman is at risk of what you call that pregnancy, like bad pregnancy.
Yeah, high risk. Yeah.
Yeah, high risk. And certain female parents or they role models never tell them that, like, these white women and these Asian women, they be down for their men. Even if the sex is bad, they really hold their men down. With these black women, they think, oh, I don't need no man. I'm independent. I go to school.
Yeah,
Later
yeah,
on, they think they get a
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And that shit doesn't work.
Let me say something about that. You got these other guys are 10 times worse than us. But these other groups of women, they put up with them anyway. You got these Indian dudes is lighting these women on fire. And Indian women still love Indian guys. And these other dudes beat the hell out of these women doing all this crazy shit. But when it comes to us, all of a sudden, oh, the bar is high for us. The standards is high for us. We can't do nothing wrong. Are you crazy?
And that's true.
These other dudes is getting away with murder out here.
And that's true. I met a Colombian girl. She wanted me to hit her when I was 22 years old. I looked at her like, I'm not hitting you. Like, I felt like she wanted me to do that. Because I'm like, I'm not hitting you. I don't believe in hitting no girl. Like, she's like, was crazy. Like, this is another girl I met off social media. I met her off this website, too.
She probably wanted you to not necessarily hit her. She probably wanted you to kind of like manhandle her, like grab her and yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She probably wanted you to she probably one of them types where she like the macho type dude. She'd be like wanted you to grab her by the waistline and slop her down and throw her on the bed. You know, that type of shit.
I just do that sometimes, like, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah, a lot of women like that. A lot of women like that get turned on by that shit.
Nah, she did. She wanted me to do certain things. I'm like, I wasn't doing that. Like,
yeah.
That's why I was 22. Like,
yeah.
Black Friday, I met her. Like, 12 days after, I already slept with her. Already.
Yeah. See, we not really we can be like that, but we're not really like that all the time, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those other guys, you know, like they're like the Colombian chick, well, them dudes super aggressive. You know, and that's probably what she's used to.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy for us, man. That's why, like you said in your old video, us black men, we are alone. I remember videos and I see
we don't got no friends, bro. We don't got no friends.
And I saw my friends are Puerto Rican, they're black. They from the islands, Guyanese, Caribbean, Jamaican. Those are all my friends in that circle. 8 male friends, no female friends. 8 to 9 male friends, no female friends.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you ain't lying about that.
Yeah, no friend, bro. These other dudes don't got. No, first off, these other guys, these other groups of guys, I don't give a damn where they from. First off, they don't really got no fight in them. Most of them don't. They wanna fit in. They ain't trying to be great. They ain't trying to be the best. They just want to fit in. And most of these guys want to lay up with white women. That's what they really want. But they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And
I know people that get addicted to white women.
Yeah, that's like that's like a dream for most of them. They got a little fetish going on.
Yeah, 2 of my a former friend of mine and my other friend, he looks like he's Caucasian, but he's actually Puerto Rican in person.
Oh, they love the white women. Love him, boy.
He's just similar. He barely gets black girls, but he into black girls. But I'm telling him, like, I can't get into that because 1, I never did that. 2, I never found that to be really crazy attractive. And 3, it's like some of them don't really date. Like some of them don't date black guys. And certain Asian girls don't date people outside of Asian men.
Yeah.
Or Indian girls.
Yeah. And I never really looked to hook up with any of these other women anyway. Shit just goes down. I hit it and I keep it moving. Shit. and some of these women don't last long. They don't age well. Them white women, boy, they will fall. You be like, God damn.
That's true. Like they said, black don't crack. Black doesn't crack.
Yeah.
A lot of black girls, they still look good. at the age of 50 and older.
You be 50, 60 years old, sometime more than that. You know, these other groups of women, shit, you can forget about it.
Once they hit 30, 40, it's over.
It's over. Boy, you're going to be sitting there. You can't even get up. Hey, thanks for calling, bro. All right. And there you have it, man. Apple Mac is in the house. What's going down, man? Ain't nothing. Yeah, up north is worse, bro. A lot of religious people up north, too. Way more than down south. For real. They choke her while you fuck her. Yeah, a lot of women like that type of shit, man. That's borderline rape. Yeah, that can be seen as borderline rape, L. Anthony, but a lot of women like that type of shit. It's kind of like I don't know what you call it, but you got to be careful. A lot of the women like role playing and all that freaky shit, you know. But hey, you got to do what you got to do to satisfy your woman. Yeah, BDSM. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a form of BDSM. I guess. You know, choking and shit. I had a girl tell me that shit one. I want you to choke me. I said, whoa, wait a minute. I mean, I pass out in this motherfucker. I have to call an ambulance. I didn't do that shit. Fuck that. Because I never done it before. And you, I don't know, I might choke her the wrong way. I don't know. Black dude will be the only one catching a case in BDSM. That's probably has happened before. I wouldn't be surprised. You wild and shit. I'll choke one, but not hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Smash the like button, man. It's almost 11 o'clock. Baton Rouge in the house. What's going down, man? It's been a long time. I remember you from a long time ago. I could be wrong, but hey, you know, smash the like button, man. And oh, P.S. And by the way, anybody that has ever bought any of my books, I would really appreciate it if you would leave me an Amazon review. To leave me an Amazon review, uh, go to this link. I'm gonna paste the link in here real quick. Yeah, that's where you leave a review at. Yes, you remember saying. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember you from a long time ago, years ago. Yeah, I need the one who got a bunch of money in her purse and got a robbery fetish. What? What are you talking about, man? You crazy, man. Smash the like button, keep this troop alive. You sound like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. You sound like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. I asked you how about a friend you knew in Baton Rouge. Yeah, that's my man Mike. Yeah, my man Mike. You live in Baton Rouge. I came down there one weekend This is like what, 4 years ago now. I got the truth. I know the laws. I hear that, brother. I hear that. I hear that, bro. But yeah, anybody that has ever bought any of my books, leave me an Amazon review. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know, man, what happened to Jesse? Last thing I heard was that he had Alzheimer's. Man, nobody don't pay attention to no Jesse, bro. He's finished. Game over. He had Alzheimer's. I didn't hear that, but game over for him. Nobody's falling for that bullshit no more. He done lost his mind. Literally. These old timers, we gotta kick them out the way. It's been over for Jesse. Al Sharp and all of them. It's over for them. They've been over like uh, ever since Obama got elected. It's been over for them. Those guys, old timers. He was supposed to be our first black president. Yeah, I never was a fan of Jesse Jackson, man. I don't know, man. He talked a good game. Jesse hated Obama. Oh yeah, Jesse didn't like Obama. I heard he made a comment live online, and the mic was on, and I think he said something about, man, grabbing his balls or some shit. Yo,
What's going on, short?
what's going down, man?
Oh Lord, man. Thinking about what you just said, talking about juice and air. It's kind of funny to me. It's over.
Oh, it's over for them fellas, man.
Yeah.
They were done like 8 years ago, really. It's over.
I have to agree with you, but the way you put it, it was funny. You said it just straight and simple. It was over for him.
It's
It
over.
is over.
He done lost.
Yeah.
He
I
said
agree with you.
if he got Alzheimer's, he done lost his mind.
Yeah. I used to work with a guy years ago, you know. He was a truck driver. He worked for the same company. And make a long story short, he lived in some part of Louisiana. You know, he told me he had a neighbor that lost their son and said that they got with NAACP. Somewhere they got over with. I think it was Jesse. This been years and years ago, short, and said that they wanted Jesse to come down to speak, because they said when they found the son, they thought it was like a hate crime type thing. The way he was killed, he was murdered, but he was hanging in a tree. And anyway, make a long story short, they thought it was just one just come down. And that guy told me that his neighbor told him that Jesse told him he would come down to the church and will speak at the funeral, but he had charging people $10,000.
I'm not surprised.
That guy told me, man, I never will forget that. That guy told me that probably 17 years ago. That guy told me that he was a white guy. He was a white dude. Told me this, but his neighbors was black, and that that they had to their son was a black, a little young black boy at the time. They hung up in the tree. He said that his neighbor said that Jesse told the family of the children $10,000 come out to the church speak. And the white guy was telling me, he said, that was just kind of rough, man. They lost their son and he gonna charge them people $10,000.
Yeah, man. Them dudes ain't doing nothing free. Especially a funeral.
No, they ain't doing nothing free, man. grand, you let it tell you couldn't cut it in half or five. If people bad in their family just try, but hell no, they do want $10,000.
Well, you gotta look
You
at
come to this church,
we gotta look at how these dudes operate. When them dudes, if something pop off like in a city or something like that, I say like maybe
yeah,
a dude got shot in the back or something like that. Now with they'll come out with no money up front on that because when they get down there, they can talk to some of these elected officials and make backdoor deals. You know what I'm saying? So the
yeah,
opportunity is
yeah.
there. There's opportunities there for them, but a funeral, ain't no opportunity there. Right?
Somebody wanted 10 grand up front.
Yeah.
I seen some. I seen you may have seen this. I seen this on YouTube maybe 2 months ago. I was kind of trolling through YouTube, checking out different stuff. I ran into an old debate with Al Sharpton. I think it was in 1978. Something that was around the time I was born. And it was in the Apollo Theater. And Al Sharpton was debating this black guy. Some way the black guy told Al Sharpton, said, you lied on me. And Al Sharpton ain't lied. Well, you Al Sharpton got a smart mouth. The way when I see him sometimes on television, he's a real smart man. He got smart with that dude. Man, that dude jumped up, man. They both were sitting down, but that dude jumped up out of the chair. Back then, Al Sharpton was a big old
Yeah,
fat
he's a
dude.
big. Yeah, he done lost all that weight. I think he got a.
Yeah, he done lost that weight.
Uh,
That dude jumped up, man. He was a little slimmer than Sharp. He jumped up so quick, went to Sharp, man, like he's gonna put them things on the man by running mile. And some way he got the Sharp, the man Sharp, big butt fell back in that chair, more people up there laughing at him. You might have pulled up fine. And Sharp said that dude went on to him, he fell back. He was finna come to my life and stick this Sharp. Put it dead in his mouth by running his mouth. Sharp fell down there, and there was a white guy hosting it. And back in that time in the 70s, I remember watching that white guy. He was some kind of actor. Well, I think he was an actor. He could have been another host for another television show or something. But he was a big time white guy.
okay.
He was smoking cigarettes in there. He was going, go to commercial, go to commercial, go to commercial. I'm serious. They come in on commercial short. They had on straight out and then they let Sharp do his conversation out and the other guy then he cooled himself down, and he got to say he talked like me. That dude put some fame on somebody by lying on him. I'm not making it up, so she tripped me out. That was Al something get running his mouth.
Now you look at him.
Got nothing for him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, these dudes finished, man. They done.
Yeah.
See,
I ain't got nothing for them, man. I ain't got nothing for them damn cooks, man. The medium song bitches, they always want to run around and talk about Reverend this and Reverend that. Motherfucker, Reverend Cook. That's what the fuck they is. I just ain't never had nothing. It's just like they always rub me the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
They just look like they wasn't no good. I didn't like the energy. Just her ass.
Yeah. They always know where to show up at. I'm like, hey, how the hell they know where to show up so fast?
Yeah, know when to show up. Like they talking for everybody. Like, shit, nigga, you ain't talking for me.
Exactly.
They just like they speak for everybody. You don't speak for me, I speak for myself.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But man, we don't gotta ride with them no more. They out.
Yeah. They gone. I guess eventually show up to be somebody else or come out there to be.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get some of these new people to pop off, but it ain't working out.
It might be cut from a different cloth. They may can't hear all that show. They don't want to get into it. What you think?
I don't know, man. Shit. I think the one of the a lot of the young people ain't really feeling none of that shit. Ain't really feeling the the guy, the black dude at the podium and speaking. A lot of young people don't give a damn about that shit. They be like, look, how the hell are you gonna help us? That's how they think. They don't give a damn or no religion. They don't give a damn or no religion. They don't give a damn with your religion. How you gonna help us out here?
Yeah, they don't care about no abortions. They don't care about no religion. People understood that, man. Like you said, sure, they just want to know what you're gonna do for them today, tomorrow, next week, next month.
Yeah.
Next year. That's all they stood. They ain't thinking about
praying.
That old crap. They need some of that old crap.
Yeah. So they'll be like, hey, they'll be like, oh, but let us pray. What? Young people like, fuck praying.
Yeah, they get out about their ass. They be like, you can get your ass up here and pray all day. You can get your ass up, go out there and make some help. Right now. They about that right now.
Yeah. See, a lot of the Jessies, they ain't, and they ain't ready for that type of energy.
No, we're gonna just let the Lord handle it. They ain't saying that. The Lord ain't saying that now. We finna him.
Exactly.
We finna handle it right now. We ain't waiting on the Lord. It might take forever. We finna handle it right now.
Exactly. And that's really how you make some. That's really how the change is going to come in this country, and it's always been that way. It's always, you can't do anything without violence in this country. Any massive change is going to come with violence. It's always been that way. It's always been that way.
And that just seemed like something I read a while back. They were saying that how did it go? They said that the slave owners was killing slaves, treating slaves however they wanted to because that was their property because they owned it.
Yeah.
They said, but at the same time, when the blacks started learning how to read, they started telling you turn the other cheek. Doing the other that they had and doing to you. But the whole time they weren't studying none of that they was talking about. They didn't look at you as people. But now since you started learning how to read and do stuff for yourself, take a little bit on your own. Now they want you to treat them different. Don't do people like we done y'all.
Yeah.
And to me, when I kind of ran across that when I read it, I said there was something to think about. That was an easy way to keep people kind of trained.
That's where religion comes in at.
Yeah, to keep them the way you need them to be.
Soft.
Yeah, keep them soft. How you stood and stabbing them in the back every time they turn around, but you keeping them soft and you keeping them.
Yeah, then they'll
everything working in your favor.
And you be like, hey, let's come to the table and talk with an agreement. And then you might even sign an agreement and they'll lie to your ass. They keep lying. Just keep lying. Keep lying. And they keep lying. And the lie will keep going and on and on and on and on. And then one day all of a sudden there'll be like a riot or some shit like that. And then, and then that's when the change will come. That's how it usually go down in this country.
Yeah, because that's the only way people gonna see you got to start doing something to get their attention. So talking alone and all that walking and stuff, and that's okay. But like you said, if you really gonna get the nation's attention for everybody or even the world, you want to bust some head. You want to do something.
Yeah, man. Look, I remember, man, March, April, May. I'm gonna say about when a lot of these young people out in the streets, boy, it was people in this country. Boy, people were scared as shit out here. There's a lot of these foreigners. There's a lot of these foreigners. They're ready to go back home.
Man, shit. Some of the white guys I work with, man, will be calling me on the phone or running into me, man. Like when we out working around the same area, they call me on the phone. They be like, man, everything going good, man. What's up? You calling me all of a sudden. They get the woman to talk, bro. They were worried about all these young black kids going around from city to city, man. And they was all down in Mobile, Alabama, too, doing that shit. like they were doing in the big city protesting and sticking together. Man, some white guys I work with, and some of them cool dudes. Don't get me wrong, they okay.
Yeah.
Not all, but some of them dudes were cool, man, and they were a little worried, man. They were, like they was talking to me and talking to us, like, what's really going on with the black people, man. They seem like they mad at everybody white. We all ain't that. Man, y'all gonna be all right, bro. They chill out. Ain't nobody finna come get you and drag out the bed, bro. Y'all be all right. Well, I'm saying, man, I'm
Oh yeah, boy, I'm
scared,
scared. Boy,
man.
boy, some of these women that I know that came from someplace else, boy, they still scared. First it was the violence. Now is the damn. First it was the violence. Now it's the damn coronavirus. I said, oh shit, they got a double though. I laughed my ass off.
But one thing over this way that I noticed that coronavirus ain't really pretty shit. But as months and months and months started to go by, and in my area that I live, just a few of them passed away, but a lot of them mostly didn't get sick. And then a couple of weeks go by and they get better. You can tell them damn women over this way, they kind of easing back to the lifestyle they used to live before.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can kind of tell, man, like, they don't seem as afraid. They seem like you see more of them out. Because at one time over here, some stuff was closed, and you wouldn't see them as much, but now, man, you see them all the time now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of them out now.
Yeah, a lot of them out now.
Yeah, they'll conversate with you, man. So it's slowly, I guess it ain't over here. It's fear about it, but not as strong as the first wolves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Same here. Yeah. Yeah.
Same way in Atlanta.
But Atlanta was like, I think this was like one of the first places that really got wide open here in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, let me ask you something. When you over there, if you go over there for knowing you short, you may have not win, but then you may have. I can't never tell about you, but really, you go over there and check that. And Magic City, check out Jesus and Gucci and that rap out over there, man.
Nah, I didn't go.
Yeah, man. I don't know who won. I don't know. I like both of them, but to me, I guess it don't really matter who won. But
I wasn't anyway. I didn't see it.
It was okay. I just feel like when Gucci first come on, I thought he was a little child when he did Jesus.
What he was saying?
He got started, but they was like rapping from the catalog. They got different music over the different years.
Yeah. What Gucci? What Gucci was saying as far as childish?
Gucci said something that said it was an old song, man. He was just talking about when that dude that Jesus sent, a couple of them dudes, 5 dudes, around that time years ago. He said one of them was Jesus' close friend. He shot him and killed him.
Yeah.
He was saying in the song, in other words, about put him on the bottom of the song when I was Gucci said, if you send some more, I'm gonna put them on the bottom. Right?
Hey Gucci, hey Gucci can't let it go.
Yeah, and Gucci and Jesus told him, man, that shit been almost 20 years ago. You still on that shit, bro.
Hey.
Said, man, let that shit. Gucci said, man, they ain't been 20 years, been 15 years. So he said, whatever. He said, man, you still talking about that same old shit. Every time you bring up that same old shit.
Hey, man, some people can't let that shit, can't bring his buddy back.
Yeah, man. But they seem like they performed together at the end. I'm so happy they did that track together, which I thought they said they never would do it, but they done that together there.
Oh.
I just think sometimes, they say Jesus reached out to Gucci and wanted to do it. And he was saying it wasn't about me, it wasn't about you, it was about the young boy who get killed in the street rap game. There's a lot of young boys that getting shot, man. Little
Yeah.
19, 20-year-old boy, 22 getting shot.
Most of the time, man, it's a setup. A lot of them dudes
I
get,
believe it too.
a lot of times them dudes get set up by girls.
Yeah, I believe it, man.
Yeah. They be hanging around. A lot of these dudes don't be hanging around the best women. I'm telling you, man, bro.
Them
Damn.
little boy like that, they ain't hanging around no women anyway. Them little young boy, they hang around like you say, girls. A little young girl, man, boy ain't no about no women.
And they hang around a
21,
bunch of
22,
hang
19.
around a bunch of strippers too. That's
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, bro. You asking to get set up.
yeah, that little lifestyle you live in, bro, that shit. You go either way, you can get some AD and your ass go to prison, your ass be big.
Yeah, you know.
Ass lifestyle like that. It
Yeah.
look like to me, it look like to me something like all these young boys stay high as hell.
Yeah, they be high a
Like
lot.
they stay high as fuck.
High and drunk.
High and drunk. Like they don't be able to goddamn drug it. Them some of the junkiest most still young motherfuckers I ever see. They
Yeah.
look like they be damn near junkies and fatties. Want to walk around with tight pants on, and then they have them tight ass pants on, like a goddamn woman, and they showing their ass and shit, like that shit cool, like a goddamn faggot to me.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking faggot and you high all the time.
I'm telling you,
Like
man.
motherfuckers be swinging both ways, like a quick ass dick to me.
It is dude. It is and something about the music business, man. I don't know what this breeds a certain group of people. You know,
Don't it though? Like
it,
all them niggas same way.
it's like they believe in free love. It seems like
Get up, fuck all that shit, man.
exactly
Like, you know,
free love.
food, and I'm seeing what this boy is. I think another kid over there, you look at it over there, what this boy is.
Oh,
Young home, rich homie corn, whatever that nigga name is, this young dude sitting up there, took a damn picture a while back on the album cover in a fucking dread.
oh yeah,
Talking about oh yeah, what the fuck no man do no bullshit like that, man. They ain't no motherfucker, man. I don't
yeah.
know what you call them boys these days.
I don't know. I don't know what to call them.
I know you know we come up, them ain't no meaning, bro.
No,
They ain't gonna
no.
put on this. If he did, he like Paul Jersey, but you can say he won't be like no I have this shit on.
Yeah, no. Even hey, check this out. Even Ti was like, "Shit, I don't know. You had on that dress, man. Something that looked like a dress, man. But I don't know. He doing his thing. I don't know, man." Yeah, 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 yeah. He yeah, he didn't want to insult them, but he's like, I don't know, man.
I seen they say Jay or some old man. I seen a boy one day was in a pool with a bunch of young guys and going on like he coming out with a sexuality. He like me and I'm like, boy, I see.
Shit.
I can't think of that little rapper name.
Yeah, man. Something about the music business, man. That shit. It attracts a certain demographic of people, man. People just do when they get in the music business, man. They do whatever.
Yeah, man. Like they really sell themselves to that crap, man.
Yeah, man. It's whatever, man. Shit. You know
Oh, they can get $1 million, man. They need that $1 million.
Get that $1 million deal. Oh man, who I got the suck off and screw. Shit, it don't even matter, male or female. It don't even matter. You know, it's wild, bro.
They want $50, boy. They need that $1 million. And ain't no, I could be wrong, but ain't no damn way in here you made me think all these motherfuckers got money. I know damn well everybody got no
rappers.
Money. You know, rap. Everybody got.
Oh no, nah, a lot of them living. A lot of them living from. They just barely getting by. Majority of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't really. Ain't really got. A lot of them ain't really got it like that. You know.
No, they ain't got it like that.
Nah.
They be faking the phone like they.
Yeah.
Like that.
yeah. A lot of them do be flossing, and that they ain't really ain't got like that. They just do that shit. It's all a persona. 50 Cent talking about it a couple years back. He said a lot of rappers is broke, bro. A lot of rappers ain't really got like that.
Yeah, man. And 50% know him in the industry. You
Yeah,
know who really got it, who ain't got it. I feel like if a young cat or any dude got to show you money, it's like they trying to prove you too hard that they got something. To
yeah,
me, that would make me think that my age you don't have what you keep trying to persuade everybody that you do. You don't have to persuade a man if you have money.
yeah,
Anything you want to stay low key a little think you don't have money.
yeah. And that's the best way to be. Shit.
That's the best way to be. My flash a stack of money. A man with real money, you might be lucky if you see that man with gold chain on
Yeah,
or expensive watch
it's best to be on the low low. Really,
on the low low.
that's the
You
best
don't
way to
want
be.
y'all to keep you.
You don't want to be walking around telling people, "Hey, you just made $5,000 last month outside of your damn
Bro, you
job."
wouldn't do that.
Hell no.
That, that's like the wrong type of people.
Yeah, people start acting a certain type of way towards you too. You know.
Probably jealousy, bro. And money bring a lot of shit to you.
Yeah,
Jealousy, hate.
and I'd be like,
It
"Yo,
bring a lot of crap to your doorstep.
yeah, yeah," and I'd be like, "Yo, what's the deal? I'm still the same person, bro. What's the deal? Shit." It's not like, goddamn, what? I mean, it's just you need to borrow some money. Okay, I'll let you borrow some money. But goddamn, what's the deal? Shit.
And then
But
sometimes people feel like being close to you. They feel like they're better than you. They feel like they need your spot or you took their
yup,
spot.
yeah, they feel like you're not supposed to have more money than them. You're not supposed
That's
to be.
right.
There's a like a kind of some envy that's there, jealousy that's
That's
there.
right.
And
Sometimes.
the crazy shit is I've been with women that were like that. That's like,
All right.
because I'm like hanging on. Because it's been certain times where I'll take them along with me, and they'll I'll be like, hey, this is my girl, or whatever, and they say, oh, how you doing? So I'm meeting all these different type of people, right? I'm all different walks of life, some working class, some well off, some rich, you know, and some doing okay, but most of them are doing better than me, and these women will see they'll see that I know all these people, but but secretly they feel a certain type of way. They be like they feel like they supposed to be introducing me to these people, and I ain't supposed to be knowing all these damn people. Is that type of that some people had that. I call it the hater chip.
Well, they know what way to put it, but they hate you.
Yeah, hell, the
In
hater
my
chip.
opinion, that ain't no but they hate you. But then the chick you was with at the time, if you felt they was important enough in your life, you would introduce them to who you knew.
Yeah, but
They,
she didn't
you
see it.
know,
She didn't see it that way.
well, oh well, it is what it is. You didn't think she was that much.
Yeah, so a lot of women feel like, hey, well, first off, a lot of them you can kind of tell they have a little contempt and little um jealousy because they'll never comment on anything that you ever done. They never they'll
That's
act like
definitely hate.
they'll act
That's
like
definitely hate.
yeah, they'll act like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, it don't exist.
They'll
They jealous. Jealousy, they hating on you, they jealous, all that shit. Try to wrap up more.
they'll now they might make a comment about it from time to time. Now they know
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing it. They might say, "Hey,
Right.
you never I had this woman one time. say something like, "You never call me and ask me for no money." I said, "Well, I never had to because I always invest money elsewhere. So
Yeah.
I never if shit got bad, I could get access to money within 3 to 4 days. You know what I'm saying, if need be, whatever, right?"
Right.
And then she said, "Oh, well, that's good. That's good thing that you did that, this and that, or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So she was kind of
Right.
like,
Yeah.
she
Right.
was kind of like, she
Yeah. Right.
never never commented on anything that I'd done, never. And she was
You
one of
know
those,
what though?
and she was one of those types that will go online and Google your name type shit.
You know what though? She going like, you know what? It's just me and my years of experience of just living and being around. You didn't need that bitch no way.
No, no,
You didn't need that bitch because if she can't sit up there and you all cool like that, she can't say, "Baby, I'm proud of you.
never,
I see you shining in the dark and support you, dog. What the fuck you?
never,
Shit, I don't care what you thought. I
never,
wouldn't be fucking with her.
never. And let me tell you what ended up happening. I would like call every once in a while or whatever, and she talked nice on the phone. But when I used to, if I was uh say, "Hey, I'm coming to Jacksonville," or something like that, for the weekend or something like that, right? Or I'm passing through or something like that. She'd be like, "All right, cool, whatever. You know, you can come by, whatever." And then when I saw her in person, she was always kind of standoffish. It wasn't like that in the beginning though. It wasn't like that in the beginning. It got to that point. She was standoffish, and if I say, "Hey, I'm thinking about staying the night with you," she's like, "Oh no,
Oh, she
uh,
ain't that way.
yeah, yeah." She got like that. She's acting funny style, bro. You know. But I was like, but at the same time, I felt like uh she was she looked out for me when I my parents died and my grandparents died and all that shit. She was there for me and everything. So I kind of
Yeah,
have
that's
a
a good thing.
yeah. So I kind of feel like I have a what's the word I'm looking for? A kind of a certain level of respect for her at the same time, you know. So I'm like,
I
uh,
understand.
I was like, all right, whatever. So I'll be like,
Did you feel you owe her something?
huh?
I said, did you feel you owe her or always owe her something because she was your put you
Uh,
through the hard
not.
days and things and bad things?
I'm gonna say not owe her anything, but kind of like she didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I barely
That's
knew her
cool.
at the time, so I kind of feel like I don't necessarily owe her anything, but it's like damn, how do I forgot how do I say that shit? It's kind of like I appreciate her what she did. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, all right, maybe she ain't feeling me like that no more. That's cool. I can live with that. And that's how it is to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you think um some of that when you told her you was in Jacksonville, she kind of acted like she didn't really want you coming back? You think that because she could have been with somebody else?
Uh
And it wasn't really
maybe
meant
she
for
had I would say maybe she had other plans, but if that was the case, she could have just said that. You know what I'm saying?
original women can be sometimes. So you know what I just sometimes they don't be as straightforward as a dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to really come by and ask, they don't say.
Yeah. Now maybe she had other plans, and that's okay.
Could have been.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
it seems like to me, it just means like you live out of town. You coming through, y'all don't see each other. Your plans you have should be, for me personally, I feel like they need to be super major for me to roll through and you don't spend no time with me. You gotta give me
yeah.
a good explanation.
Yeah.
That's how I would take it.
Now I agree. Now if if I don't see someone often, I would make an exception to be like, hey, since this person is coming through, I don't see them very often. Hey, I'll make other arrangements with this other person because they local. Now that's
Yeah,
how.
because if they local, you don't like how you know what I'm saying. You take care of the one that you don't see as often.
Yeah,
You kind of make a way for them because that's your ride or die. You know they was there. You know they been there from the start. So when they call, whatever you got going on, you drop it to go take care of them. But they only gonna be in town for a short while. So you spend time with them longer here. Then you go back and take care of that local stuff when they go home. So
yeah,
she get real good.
yeah,
I mean, hell
yeah,
no. I'm coming from Georgia to Florida. I'm rolling through, and you can't. No, what's up with this?
yeah. So I'm like, hey, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? now,
Nah,
if now if she was somebody that I just met, that'd have been a completely different story.
oh hell, you was there, man. You was
That,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. I would never talk to that bitch no more.
Right, yeah. And next time you go down to Jacksonville, you won't let her even know you coming through. You be like, fuck that motherfucker. She act right when she was out there. And I ain't been on about a month, so fuck her. She act right then. I ain't studying now.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel, I feel. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm right there with you. I feel just the way you
Yeah.
feel, man. I get it. Sure. That is your always talking to you, bro. But I want to just hold your phone up, man.
Yeah, thanks for calling, bro. I'm about to jump off here.
Yeah, man. All right, then, bro. You got that. I put it on you later.
All right, peace.
All right, she said.
It's, you left a soft spot for her, but she not really feeling you like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not. You could. I think you're about right on that album, man. Sometimes you gotta call it spade a spade. Yeah, that's my dad used to tell me that. Is it easier to find a good woman in ATL or DC for marriage? I don't know, Brian. That's a good question. But hey, I've been on here for damn near 2 hours. Like the video, share the video. And P.S. By the way, once again, if you ever bought any of my books, I would appreciate it if you left me a review on Amazon. Uh, until next time, I'm out. Peace.